Jury selection in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs is underway. The head of Bad Boy Entertainment is being charged with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. If convicted, Combs could face life in prison. Now, multimedia journalist Taryn Finley has been covering the trial thus far. Taryn, catch us up to speed. How did we get here?
Absolutely, Paris. I mean, these allegations go back to the 90s, of course. Sean Combs has had a really troubled history in which a lot of accusers have come forward to tell their story. But the tip of the iceberg really happened in November of 2023 when Cassandra Ventura, aka Cassie, his longtime girlfriend, came through with a really scathing lawsuit in which she accused Combs of sexual assault, rape, and abuse. And this lawsuit was probably the first time that we actually saw these accusations against Combs really be taken in such a serious manner. And of course, we know that the day after he settled, but that was not the end of his problems. There were a barrage of accusers who came forth since then. And now, of course, he is in Brooklyn. He's been in the Brooklyn jailhouse since late last year, September, without bail. And so we're seeing right now a lot of his troubled history in the things that these accusers are saying that he's done come to a head, really.
So how has the start of this trial played out? I know it's only been a couple days, but how's it played out, and what all can we expect as it continues?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're only at the jury selection point of the trial. Of course, even ahead of the trial start date, which was May 5th, we saw a defense lawyer drop off of Diddy's defense team without explanation, just saying that he couldn't represent him. And we've seen him, obviously plead not guilty, as well as two additional charges in an updated indictment be presented just last month in April by the prosecution team. Now, we know, of course, Cassie will be testifying, and it is confirmed. The judge has allowed that the video, that really disturbing video that CNN obtained last year, in which we saw Diddy abusing Cassie, chasing her through the hallways of a hotel. We know that that has potential and probably will be shown in court. There also will be three other victims who their names aren't revealed, of course, because this is a trial that involves sex crimes. But we'll be hearing some really damning testimony from, I'm sure, them and, entourage folks who prosecutors say worked to help defend and conceal and protect Diddy in his what they're calling a criminal enterprise.
Now, you are familiar with cases like this. You covered the trial of R. Kelly. So, depending on how this one shakes out, what could be the long-term implications?
Wow. I mean, obviously for Diddy, life in jail. That is, the worst possible outcome for a guilty verdict. But it also calls into question this bigger issue that I think a lot of hip hop fans, a lot of music fans have been keeping their eye on and questioning, as far as, we've seen the Me Too movement really come to a head and bring down really big names like Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby on the Hollywood side. But when it comes to music, it's been a slower progression. So, in the case of R. Kelly, New York prosecutors went at him with a racketeering charged, just like in this Diddy case. And I think that that's kind of setting a precedent for a lot of these investigators who are looking into these powerful men and powerful people in this industry who have created really a system to get away with the things that a lot of their victims allege they're doing.
Well, certainly a lot to keep an eye out for. And Taryn, we'll look forward to checking in with you as the case continues. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paris.